Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today I have another fun one-sheet wonder to show you. You are going to create 6 cards out of one 12 by 12 sheet of designer series paper. Let's change the camera and get started. All right. So today I am featuring the free bundle that you can get during celebration, which ends February 28, 2022. So you have a few more weeks yet. When you place a minimum $100 order that's before shipping and tax, you can choose the Friendly Hello Bundle. You're going to get the stamp set and the designer series paper, the 12 by 12 designer series paper. The paper is called the Friendly Hello. Same as the stamp set, go figure. And I am going to show you how to create 6 cards using one sheet and the stamp set. So let's get started. The print that I am going to go with today, let me see if I can find it, is, oh, it's the very bottom one. This one right here, we got this beautiful flower print on this side, and then it's got like little dots on the other side. The background is the petal pink. So let's get started. Really easy to cut this paper up. It's one of my super quick and easy cutting. And the beauty of this is that all the pieces are going to be the same size. So if there's one particular card that you really like out of the 6, you can make all 6 the same. So easy. So we're going to bring this in and we're going to cut it at 4 inches. 4 inches. And then the last one's 4 inches. So we have 3 that are 4 by 12. You're going to bring this in and you're going to cut all 3, or you can cut them individually, but I do all 3 to once at 5 1/4, and then 5 1/4, and you have 3 pieces that are, I believe, 1 1/2. We're going to cut them at 3/4 of an inch, so we'll end up with 6 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 4. And those will go on the inside of our cards. So we have no waste. There might be just a little shade off one of those strips, but that's about it. So let's get started on our 6 cards. So all the pieces are 4 by 5 1/4. Now we're going to take them and we're going to make 6 cards. So the first 2, I'm going to use the thick basic white that is 4 1/4 by 11. Now you can get all the measurements under the video under show more, and there's a direct link to my blog post as well as a list of supplies that I use for today's cards. Again, this whole bundle that I'm using today is free with a minimum $100 order. During celebration you can choose this. So I'm going to take 2 of those pieces and I'm going to cut them both down at 1 1/2. All right. So one of these I'm going to do vertical and one I'm going to do horizontally. And you can see exactly where I'm going with this. That's why I said these are simple cards. But if there's one that you really like, then go ahead and make all 6 with that design or layout. So I'm going to attach this. Then I flip this over. So you want to pick a cardstock or a designer series paper that works for both sides, and that it can go in any direction, that there is no direction required. That's what I love, because then I can cut it however I want. I don't have to worry about if I got it going cut in the right direction. It's going to work no matter what. Just like that. Now, here's our horizontal, here's our vertical. We're going to take this ribbon right here. It comes in a combo pack with the Midnight. It is the cotton ribbon pack from the mini catalog. It's got the Midnight Muse, or Misty Moonlight, I should say, Misty Moonlight, and then the Petal Pink together. It's a very fine little grosgrain. So what we're going to do is on this vertical one, I'm going to do it real simple and easy. I'm going to put a little adhesive there. We're going to take the ribbon. We're going to bring it through the inside of the card. Make sure that it's flat and it's not kinked. Cut that in. No worries about this because we're going to cover that up. It's flat on the inside. Then I took the bird, that cute, wait a minute, on this one I did not. I took the sentiment and this flower image here. I stamped it with the black Memento ink, and then I colored it in with the blends. Now I used the blends that coordinate with the paper. So we got the dark and light petal pink. I have the Pool Party dark and light, and then I have the Granny Apple green. So this is what you're going to get with that. I die cut it out with the layering circles dies, and then I made a scallop circle with the Pool Party. So we're going to put that right over the front. I'm going to pop that up. That was my scoring blade. So now when I say, oh, where did my scoring blade go? I wish you could yell at me and say, it's on the floor. All right, so we're going to pop that up. It's going to cover up where those ends met. I tied a little bow with the same ribbon. I'm going to use a glue dot to attach that. And we're going to just stick it right here along the side, just like that. Now you're going to grab your pearls, and I have these little, oops, that one's gone. These little dainty ones, I'm going to put right there in the center of that flower, just like that, just that one. You can add more if you like, but I thought that was pretty just like that. So for the horizontal one, we're going to come around, make sure that it stays flat on the inside. I need a little bit to work with. I'm going to actually tie a bow on the front. It looks flat. I'm going to bring in my glue dots. And I'm going to place a glue dot right where I would like my knot to end up. I cut this. So I'm going to tighten that up, push that down onto that glue dot. And we're going to tie a bow. Now I'm not going to fussy around with it because I can do that later. But you get the idea. I just want a little one. All right. I'll work with it. The next thing I did was I stamped the bird and colored him in with the Pool Party blends and then did my flowers. And I did it up a little higher in the circle, and I'll show you why. We're going to pop this up. I'm running out of dimensionals here. Grab a new one. Whoops. Whoop. Good thing that's the back side. All right, and then we're going to place him on his little perch right here. Kind of center that. Looks good. Then I took the sentiment, stamped it, and die cut it out with a die from the Ornate Frames stamp set. If you didn't want to do the frames, or you don't have the frames, I'll show you an alternate use. Let's see, I gotta make sure I got the right one, because I want my dimensionals just across the bottom, not down the center like that one was, because I'm going to overlap this just a hair. Whoops. Like so. Then I'm going to come in with my pearls. The little bit medium size or the bigger size you can put on the tag or the label there, and then I'll come in with those tinier ones for the centers of my flowers, and we'll call that good. So if you don't have the label that I use, the die, you can just use regular strips of cardstock and then just cut it on an angle. Now this one I reversed my paper, but same technique, done the same, just the way I attached my paper down. And then this one I didn't use the framelets. So totally up to you. So those are your first two strips. Now your second two strips, we're going to cut the cardstock a little bit differently. So you're going to come in with your thick basic white 8.5 by 11. First I got to bring in my scoring one. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that 8.5 by 11 and you're going to bring it in at 4 1/4. And you're going to score that. All right, and then you're going to turn it to 5 1/2 and score that. So it's actually equal quarters. It's scored in quarters. So now you're going to take off that scoring blade. You don't need that scoring blade or it's going to get in the way. You're going to place this back in your trimmer, and you're going to cut from this corner down to this corner. So you're going to cut on the diagonal across. So it's going to be that just about your whole track. So you're going to want to get rid of that scoring blade. And then you're going to cut like so. Let's see if I got it. If you take your scoring blade off, you should have no problem cutting. I have a little bit that didn't cut through right here. We're going to just take the scissors. There we go. So now you have two cards. And this is like a crisscross pattern, I guess you would say. Make sure I'm getting my cuts the same. So one is going to be horizontal and one is going to be vertical again. So let's see, I want to make sure that this is at the top and comes down like this. So my fold is at the top of the card, just like that. And then this one's going to come in, just line it up across the bottom. It's like a crisscross like that. So it's going to open just like that. That's for your horizontal one. Now for the vertical, again, you're going to have your scoring at the top. So you're going to fold that down. And then this side's going to come in. So line it up across the side, just like that. So this one will open like this, just a different way of opening. Super easy. It looks a little complicated, but it's not. So now you're going to take two pieces of your designer series paper, and what I like to do to make sure I'm getting my cuts right is I'll lay it on how I want it on the front. So I know I'm going to have to cut from here to here to get my cuts to match the way I want them. And this one, I'm going to have to cut from this point here to here. So if I lay them out like that, I should be good. Bring in my trimmer. Now this one I want to cut from this point here down here. So put it on the diagonal. Oops, make sure it didn't move. And cut. So those will go on here. Now for this one, I want to cut from here to there. And so those will go on there. On my first cards, I forgot to add my little inside strips. I'll do that when I do these. So I'm going to take my liquid glue. I like to use the liquid glue when I have angled cards like this, so I can get my glue to the points. Just makes it a little easier. So put this, oops. Put this one on. Whoops, shoot. That's the thing with the liquid glue. You can move it, but sometimes you get it perfect and then it moves on you. All right, I'm gonna just get these score lines a little bit nicer down. Okay, so that's my horizontal. We're going to do the vertical. Like I said, you can do these cards in any direction or in any, if you like vertical better than horizontal, you can do it either way. These attached just like that. I'm going to just reinforce these score lines again. All right, so now for the horizontal one, I just did another one of the sentiment with the flower, colored it in with the blends. So I just want to do the dimensionals right along the center strip on the flap that is going to lift up. I'm just going to do, I think 3 will work. And I've already went ahead and attached my bow. So just like that, and then I'll come in with my pearls. So I'll do the one there. I think I did a few more. Yeah. I'll do one up there and one to the side. All right. Then on this one, I have my bird. So I'm going to pop him up. Again, I'm going to do it on this flap. All right. And I think he's gonna sit like so. And then the bottom here is where I'm gonna put that other dimensional that I already removed. We're gonna stick that down here, like so. Now I'll come in with my pearls. to finish this up, and then we'll add our strips to the inside. Just like that. Now we have our little strips. So this one will open left and then up. So I'm going to just put the little strip across the bottom here. Just like that. On this one, it goes like this. So you have your option. You can put the strip along the side here or the other side. I'm going to just stick it on this side. So just like that. Those first two that I did, we're going to put them across the bottom on that one. And that's one I did. And on this one, we'll do it along the side. Again, you could do it this side. I'm going to do it on this side. Just like that. So there we have those. And now we're down to our last two. And these are a little bit different. They're not the same. They're not vertical or horizontal. This one is your basic white. Then I have a piece of that petal pink. And we're going to take one of our little strips here, bring in my trimmer cutter, and we're going to find the center, which this is 5 1/4, so it's going to be 2 5/8 will be my center. And I'm going to take my blade and I'm going to start at 2 inches and cut out just like that. Now if you want to, you can do a little score line. Maybe I'll do a score line. It makes it a little bit easier to fold. We are doing the, I'm not sure if it's a curtain fold, a drapery fold. I'm not really sure what you call this, but I'm going from the outside point to my cut. And that will just help me to be able to fold on those. So I'm going to just bring that back. If you want to leave it a little curved, what I do is take a dimensional and kind of just, oops, should be right from that point. Or you can take your, like your bone folder and kind of give it a curl. Choice is yours. But it should come from the outside edge to my cut line. Like so. That got a little wonky there. Straighten that out. Then you're going to attach it to this piece. I'm going to bring in my glue for this. So match it up to the petal pink. Just like so. Now we're going to attach it to our card front. Right. Then I have a bird here again. Oh no, I don't want that one. That's for the last card. I want this one right here with the flower. So I'm going to just put dimensionals on this side. And then I'll put a little adhesive on this side. And that's going to get attached right there, like so. I'm going to put a little glue in that corner. And then we'll come in with the pearl again. And we'll put one there. We'll put one up here. And one over here. So that's like a collar fold, or I'm not sure, but just a little bit different type fold. Now for our last card, we're going to start with a piece of basic white, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to fold on that score line. Then what we're going to do is you're going to take a ruler and you're going to measure 3.5 inches from this outside edge and make a mark. And then you're going to measure 3.5 down this way and make a mark. And then I'm just going to draw a pencil line so I kind of straight. And then we're going to score on that. So I'm going to bring in my, we're going to score right on that pencil line. And it is thick white, so you want to give it a good score. And then fold that. That looks good. Then we're going to bring in our designer series paper that we're going to put on the front. And I'm just going to hold it in place of where I want it. And then I'm going to bring it back and fold on that. So now I got that nice fold. Now I could draw a line if I want, but I'm going to line up that fold just on the very edge here. I want to make my cut a little bit smaller, so I'm going to just line it up right on the brown edge where it meets the white edge there. If it helps, I can draw. It might help you to see it better if I draw the pencil mark of the score line. My pencil needs to be sharpened. There we go. So I'm going to just line that up right along the edge where it's white there. And then I'm going to cut. So I'm about 1/8 of an inch from my pencil line. Okay, so I'm going to bring my card back in. I'm going to attach this down on the front. So I should have just like that. Now I'm going to, I probably should have cut that. That's all right though. Glue down my flap here that I made. It's kind of like a corner fold, but it's just done a little bit differently. Now you can put it this piece just how it is, or you can flip it over. I'm going to flip it over so I have the reverse side showing, like so. So that's going to go right like that. Then I'm going to take that bird image, we're going to pop that up, and I just want to do right in here, not here, so I'll actually put my dimensionals on here. Just like that. Now I have the happy birthday again with, and we're going to put that across the bottom here. Bring in my pearls. And we'll put one there. One there. One there. One there. And then for the inside, I have a piece of the petal pink and then the white. We're going to layer that on. We're going to put this across the bottom, which I forgot to put that on the bottom of the other one, didn't I? Of my last card inside. So we're going to put this across the bottom. This is the only little waste that you're going to have, is this little strip right here. Attach that like so. This is going to go on the inside. Oh, I'm out. I'm out of tape. So that's going to go right here on the inside. Just like that. So cute. Now here's my last card for the inside. Oh, I did that. Oh, that was the other one. All right, so I'm going to put liquid glue. And then I have all 6 cards completed for today. Sweet. Mine are all happy birthday. There's other sentiments in that stamp set, but I went with the happy birthday. These will be going out to my teammates for February's birthdays. But here they are. Here are your 6 gorgeous fun fold cards with the One Sheet Wonder with the Friendly Hello Bundle, which is free right now during celebration, which ends February 28, 2022. Remember, celebration items are while supplies last, so if you want to get your hands on this gorgeous bundle to recreate my One Sheet Wonder card for today, you want to get your orders in ASAP. You can click on any of the links under the video and it will bring you to my online store. I appreciate any and all orders. The hostess code is at the top of my video as well as under Show More under the video. If you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, click on that bell in the upper right hand corner so you know when I go live. That is it for today. Thanks for stopping by.